Good morning, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. It's Monday morning. It is yet another week where we don't have our Christmas tree. At this rate, we have to get a tree, but I'm certainly not interested in dropping a ton of money on the nicest, biggest, fluffiest tree, because when it comes right down to it, I think there's like, what, a week and a half until Christmas? Now, we're Cuban, so we keep our tree up until Dia de los Reyes Magos, which is January 6th. But still, like, it really sucks that we're this far into the season and we still don't have a tree. We still don't have a tree because we still don't have a place for the tree, because we still haven't been able to get rid of this freaking chair. But I've already told my husband, like, I don't care at this point where the tree goes. Like I said, I'm not looking for the biggest tree or anything. So I'm just going to create a spot for it in the living room and we'll figure it out. But we have to get a tree ASAP, because at this rate, like, it's almost not even worth buying and decorating. And I simply cannot accept the fact that we might go through a Christmas season without a Christmas tree. I can't. I won't do it. First world problems, I know, but just is what it is. We did, however, finally get to do something Christmassy over this past weekend. We finally went to Zoo Lights, and it was a lot of fun. I did a whole video on that. If you guys like to check it out, I'll post that up here. And, of course, Vlogmas continues. We're still here. We're still kicking. We're still posting a video every single day from December 1st to December 25th. So I hope you guys have been subscribed, and I hope you guys have been following along, because I've had a lot of fun sharing all this stuff with you guys, and I'm really hoping that you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. So today is Monday. It's our last day, or not our last day, I wish. It's our last week before we take our winter break. I always like to give kiddo a couple weeks off for the Christmas winter holidays, because, as I've mentioned, every time that we do a little staycation of sorts, kiddo doesn't get a full-blown summer break. He doesn't get winter break, you know, scheduled anyways, unless I go out of my way to do it for him. So anytime that I can take a week off here for his birthday, a week off there for some other extended holiday, what have you, I try to give him that opportunity, because otherwise, like, if I don't create these breaks for him, he doesn't get them. So typically the way I do it is that I take the week between Christmas and New Year's off, and then we return the Monday after New Year's. But it so happens that the way that Christmas and New Year's were scheduled this year, that doesn't sound right. Like, the days of the week that they land on this year makes it so that we're going to end up missing basically 2 total weeks of therapy this year. And I'm okay with that. I could use the break also. And also, typically, when I take these sorts of breaks, I try to take a break from everything, meaning unless I absolutely must, I don't record, I don't vlog, I don't edit. Like, I try to keep my downtime as possible, because just like kiddo doesn't get any breaks unless I schedule them, I don't get any breaks unless I schedule them and actually stick to that schedule. Which is another reason why I wanted to do Vlogmas this year, because I'm probably, realistically, not going to put any videos out from December 26th through the end of the year. But that should be fine, because I'll have given you guys a brand new video from the 1st to the 25th every single day. 25 new videos in a month is more than I typically put out at any other point of the year. So hopefully everybody's okay with that, because I'm certainly, like, I've made my peace with it. As today is Monday, we have 3 therapies scheduled today. 2 of them are teletherapy, and 1 of them is in person. So after we finish talking, I'm gonna tidy up the house a little bit. It's not too bad today, but I'm gonna tidy up. Like, kiddo left a blanket on the floor. There's little bits and bobs everywhere. So I'm gonna pick all those things up so that I can ship the Roomba off. I'm gonna start my laundry for the day and just generally get the house tidied. Kiddo's had breakfast, I've had breakfast. I gotta get us both dressed. And yeah, that's pretty much what's going on this morning. The whole day is pretty much going to be dedicated to getting the house ready for therapy, or getting ready for therapy in general, doing the therapy itself, and then like household things like, say, folding the laundry that I'm about to wash. So it'll be a busy day, but it'll be a very like smooth day, I think, because it's typical Monday stuff. So I'll try to check in a little later, but even if I don't, you know what I've been up to. So for now, happy Monday. Hey my friends, it's Tuesday afternoon. Kiddo had a pretty rough day yesterday, and to the point that he actually kicked his behavior therapist out of the house less than 10 minutes after he got here. Like, basically the moment he arrived, he was like, no, you can go. So they just did a couple little things so that they could end on a high note, right? And he left very early. And it's just as well, because today Kiddo had an even worse, I shouldn't say that. He woke up in a really bad mood. Whereas yesterday, he woke up okay and the mood kind of steadily declined. Today he woke up pissed. He didn't want to do anything. He's over it. He can feel, I think, that like the holidays are upon us, and he just doesn't feel like doing anything but just hanging out and doing his own thing, which, relatable. So he kind of struggled through his first session. His second session was better, but not ideal. Both of his therapists were super, super chill and super like, they let him decide what he wanted to do. They're usually pretty good about that sort of thing anyways, but today was very much like, you're taking the reins, bud. Whatever you want to do, you're running the session today. And as a result, thank goodness, his mood steadily improved throughout the day rather than declining. But I warned his behavior therapist, you know how he was yesterday, we're pretty much having a repeat today. So just so you're aware. And he replies back like 2 hours later and says, well, it's just as well, because I am sneezing with a runny nose and I have a cough and I'm sick. So maybe best I don't go today regardless. And all I'm thinking is, A, duh, and B, crap, he was here yesterday. Even though he didn't stay for very long at all, he was here yesterday. The last thing I need is for us to get sick over Christmas break, and yeah. So hoping he's better soon, you know, not just for his sake, but for ours. And the rest of the week is going to be super chill. We always have Wednesdays off. Thursday, I got like an emergency. It's so funny. I've been trying to get my CPAP like serviced, I guess, for lack of a better word. I'm supposed to be getting like consumables, right? Like there's tubing and masks and filters and all sorts of things that come along with a CPAP that your insurance is meant to send you, or you're supposed to be able to get them somehow every X amount of months or weeks. I've been trying to get a prescription or something for that since like August, and it's all documented in writing because they never pick up the phone. Literally never. They never pick up the phone at the sleep medicine department where I go. So the only way to contact them is through the patient portal. And so you can see time-stamped every single time I've reached out and said, hey, I need this from you guys. This is the documents that are required. This is where they have to be sent. Or please call me. Or if they reply, it takes literally weeks from the time they see your email or your message until they actually call you back. Absurd. So I've been trying to contact them since September, and they actually called me yesterday and said, hey, so we got your message. It's been 4 months, 3 months. It's been a while. They get my message, and we just wanted to reach out and let you know that we don't have any appointments. Like for the next 8, 9, 10 months, our books don't even go that far. And I can tell you right now that we don't have anything available to see you. So we're basically just calling you to let you know that we got your message, but there's nothing we can do right now. So we're gonna just call you whenever something comes up, if she adds another clinic day or something. So I said to her, super calm, just like I'm talking to you right now, oh no, that's fine. Thank you for the call. I just want to make sure that, you know, we're on the same page here. Me not having proper CPAP supplies, adequate CPAP, you know, service and care. I know sleep apnea is one of those things that could actually literally kill you. And it has been documented with timestamps. All the times that I've reached out to you guys and how frequently, and also how long it's taken you to get back to me. So if you guys are willing to let me go another 8, 9, 10 months plus without any sort of maintenance to my machine and take that risk that something might happen to me, even though I've obviously gone out of my way to make sure that nothing does, and it's, you know, it's that you guys aren't able to do your part, then I guess, you know, as long as we're on the same page, I guess I'll wait another 9-10 months until you guys have an opening. Oh, you know what? Give me a minute. And she puts me on hold for like 3 minutes, and she comes back and says, we can see you on Thursday. Really? How interesting that you literally called me to tell me it might be a year before we're able to get anything open on the book to see you. And we're just calling you to let you know that you don't exist to us. And now suddenly you can see me in 3 days? Okay, I'll take the appointment. So all that to say, we have one therapy Thursday morning. And I was also made aware today that our PT is out for the rest of the week. So if our behavior therapist is still kicking, I guess, on Friday, then we'll see him then. And if not, then Thursday's our last day. We'll have one therapy left for the rest of the week before we're on our holiday break. So I can deal with that. Anyways, that was a lot more long-winded than I expected it to be, but now I've caught you guys all the way up. So that's been my Tuesday. Hope you've had a happy Tuesday. Hey friends, it's Wednesday morning. I had a pretty terrible night of sleep. Like really, really bad. Nightmares galore, tossing and turning, the works. I actually woke up, I didn't even have an alarm set today, but I woke up earlier than my alarm would have woken me just because I didn't want to keep sleeping. So I came out to the couch, turned on the TV, and next thing I knew, I knocked out for like 40 minutes. And that 40 minutes was the best sleep I got all night. As such, I was going to record a little bit today, but I really don't feel like it. So I'm going to take my day off as exactly what it is, a day off. I've got laundry to do because that's a never-ending carousel around here. So, you know, that's fine. I'll do that, no big deal. But luckily, there's enough going on the channel right now that I don't need to record today. And so I'm just gonna hang out the rest of the day, try to relax, hang out with the kiddo, and yeah, recording can happen some other time. But I'm beat, and so I'm gonna keep watching some ER, keep playing with the kiddo's iPad. Actually, we have a Geek Squad appointment at some point today as well, because his iPad took a little bit of a swim. He's using mine right now, so I don't think Apple Care covers water damage, but I still kind of want to know what our options are, because it'll turn on and it'll take charge and everything, and it was actually working a couple days just fine after the incident. But then a couple days ago, randomly while he was using it, the screen went black and it popped up a message that said you need to restore your iPad, which I'd never seen before on any of his devices, regardless of what he's done to them. So I was like, okay, fine. So I followed the instructions and I restored it, and it said, oh, you need to restore this, as if I hadn't just done it. So I looked that up and it said, oh, that sometimes happens. When that happens, you need to update it, then restore it. So I followed those instructions. And lo and behold, the next thing that happened was it said, oh, hey, I'm your iPad. You need to restore me. So no matter what I do to it, even when I do exactly what it's asking for, it reverts back to, hey, you need to do this thing, as if it never happened. So again, I know that the root cause is water damage, and they're going to be able to tell that as well. And I think that right then and there, Apple Care stops doing any coverage whatsoever. So it's possible that I might have to just replace the thing, which sucks. I don't want to have to do. He might just end up inheriting my iPad and I'll stay without one, because what am I going to do? But yeah, if they're able to fix it, or otherwise like replace it for cheaper because Apple Care will do something, then I want to be aware of that too. So we're going to do that today at some point. But otherwise, yeah, just nice, chill, relaxing day. So I guess I'll update you guys on the Apple Care situation. But otherwise, I'm not expecting too much excitement today. So for now, happy Wednesday. I was about to go outside and water my plants, and I just realized we apparently have a cat now. Why? Why are you here, cat? Hi, you're a cute guy too. But you can't stay. Hey guys, it's Thursday morning and I fully did not do an outro last night, but I wanted to catch you up on what happened yesterday, in particular with the iPad, because it's pretty much the only productive thing that we did yesterday. So it turns out that they will cover water damage. I had no idea, and I was extremely upfront about it. I walked in and I said, listen, my son dropped this into the tub, and you can clearly see right here that there's water damage in the screen, because there's no point in pretending it's something it's not. They have ways to tell even when it's not as obvious as it is, which it was very obvious. And so I told them this is what's going on, and I'm sure that that's not covered, so I'm just trying to figure out what are my options basically. And the guy was like, let me look it up, and he's like, actually it is covered, and the bad news is that it'll take 2 to 3 weeks because we go to the Geek Squad at Best Buy. We don't actually go to the Apple store. If we'd gone to the Apple store, which was an option, but it's way farther, then right then and there, they could have probably given us a replacement because they have stock. But at Best Buy, they're not allowed to trade out stock like that because it's not Apple stock, it's Best Buy stock, and then I guess things get complicated to try to keep track of inventory. So they have to ship it out to Apple, where Apple confirms, oh yes, this is something that needs to be replaced, and then they ship a new device back. So it does take 2 to 3 weeks. But not only is AppleCare gonna like cover the replacement, but the deductible is only $49.99. So we ended up paying like 52 bucks and change after tax and everything. And yeah, we have to wait, but it definitely beats having to shell out another $400 or $500 for an iPad, which is what I was expecting they were going to tell me. So if you don't have AppleCare, make sure any Apple device that you get, go ahead and splurge for the AppleCare, particularly if you have kiddos, because this is, I think, the 3rd time that we've had to take this specific iPad. It's not even this specific iPad because every time they replace it, but I'm saying like we purchased an iPad in October of last year, and this is 3 times already that we've had to cash in this particular AppleCare, and every single time we've gotten it replaced at like 40-50 bucks. So definitely worth it for us anyway. It is Thursday, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode so that I can start on the next one. And this next one is gonna cover the weekend, which should be super fun because some of our family members have to work on Christmas and Christmas Eve. So my dad decided that he wanted to do a birthday party for himself / kind of like preemptive Nochebuena celebration over the weekend, and he invited a lot of family members. It should be a lot of fun. So Christmas Eve this year proper is going to be a lot more low-key than typical, but it's because the festivities are actually happening this weekend. So the next episode you guys see of VLOGMAS should be a lot of fun, and yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. But for now, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I hope you've been enjoying VLOGMAS so far, because I definitely have been. And we'll chat again really soon. Bye!